This small set packs a big punch. Stay tuned as we review set number 76039, Ant-Man Final Battle, here on TalkBricks. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of TalkBricks, where we bring you all the latest in LEGO news and reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos, but let's get right to it. Michael here, and I'm so excited to be reviewing for you guys the only set from the Marvel Ant-Man movie that's coming out this summer. This is set number 76039, Ant-Man Final Battle. It has 183 pieces and retails at $19.99. The Ant-Man Final Battle set is a very interesting one. It depicts a micro-sized world where ants and Lego pieces are much larger than the humans that inhabit that world. But before we get too far into the elements of the set, let's take a look at everyone's favorite part, the minifigures. Here we have our Ant-Man figure. This is the Scott Lang Ant-Man from the new Ant-Man film played by Paul Rudd in the movie. The helmet is quintessential Ant-Man, and the suit is really accurate to the one that we've seen in the trailers for the movie. I love all of the dark red detail and all of that silver outlining. You can see how all the belts and the printed detail extend from the torso to the waist. And I really just love how utilitarian this looks. It's a real great suit, and I love the belt. Ant-Man's helmet is a silver plastic with these clear translucent red sections. Through the red transparent plastic we can see the eyes, but I'm not quite sure why they left the mouth exposed. We haven't seen one shot from the movie where the mouth is open like this, though this was a common feature of the one in the comic books. And here we've got the back of the figure, and you can see a bunch of the details of the molded helmet, as well as all the continuation of the print from the front. We can see that there's a lot of different buckles and more of that red and silver detail. Really an exceptional figure. Underneath the helmet we can see that the Scott Lang Ant-Man figure has two faces. One is this smiling face, and the other is this more confused face. And here we have the Hank Pym version of Ant-Man. This figure is very similar to the previous one we just showed, but has different colors and more muted printing. Again, we get to see all of the great details, different shade of red, no silver, but ultimately the same printing. The helmet, this time, is molded in a black color with the same translucent red pieces. Again, we can see the eyes through the red transparent plastic, and the mouth is inexplicably open. From the back, again, we can see all the same details with that bright red and black color scheme. Without the helmet, we can see two faces here. One is this more smiling face, and the other here is this more angry, shouting face. Included with the Hank Pym Ant-Man, we do get an all-black head, and you can see that while putting the mask over it, we do get this really interesting look. I'm not quite sure why they included this. It might be something from the movie that we'll have to wait and see. And last but not least, we have our main villain of the set, Yellow Jacket. This figure is really, really cool. I especially love the helmet with the clear, translucent yellow parts. The whole figure is molded in this gunmetal gray plastic, and it has a nice shine to it, but ultimately these pops of yellow color really set the figure off. The main suit is really great, where we can see he has this kind of armored look, and the yellow sections have these intricate pattern within, which provides lots of great detail. I love how the suit continues from the torso to the legs. It's a really cohesive look. The helmet for Yellow Jacket has some translucent yellow sections and printing over it. You can see all of that kind of angled printing, which really provides a unique look to this big open area in yellow. Again, with this figure, we can see the details of the eyes shining through. The Yellow Jacket figure features a large backpack piece, and this provides some additional details as well as some weaponry. And here you can see the back of the backpack for the figure. You can see that it has this section that holds those two angled pieces, as well as the sections that hold the adjustable arms. The sections on the back can be posed individually, and the arms can be adjusted at multiple angles and rotated 360 degrees. As always, each stud shooter can be fired by pressing down on the gray piece. The backpack piece is quite heavy and makes Yellow Jacket difficult to stand up. And here we have the back of the Yellow Jacket figure. This is a lot of interesting detail that's continued from the front. We do see all of the silver and yellow pops of color. Really loving this, even though it gets covered up by a backpack. And here we have the Yellow Jacket figure without the helmet, and it only has a one-sided face, which is this kind of determined, maybe a little angry face. Notably, all three figures feature faces that have been reused from other minifigures. This is pretty atypical of the LEGO Superheroes line. And here we have all of our minifigures together. You can see the quite impressive size of the backpack piece on Yellow Jacket. And here we have all three minifigures now with the Yellow Jacket backpack taken off. Really, really great details. These suits are so intricate. And here we can see all the figures from the back, and you can see the notable belt missing from the Hank Pym Ant-Man figure. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one. And here we have Ant-Man next to the main fixture of the set. You can see here that Ant-Man is much larger than the two Lego bricks, but when he shrinks down, the world around him clearly grows in size. I love that the original sizes of the bricks were actually included. Obviously that was a bit of a joke, but let's take a look at the real rest of the set. We can see here that there is this small assembly that gives us a sense of scale in this micro world. We do have the large red 1x1 brick and the oversized 1x2 yellow plate. We also get two of these screw assemblies meant to look like large screws. The large yellow 1x2 Lego plate is actually a catapult piece to launch the screw. One of Ant-Man's greatest allies is the ants themselves. But when Ant-Man shrinks himself down, the ants get much larger in size. Included with the set are two small ant pieces, and they are the same dark blue color as the larger ant. And here we have the largest component of the set, the ant itself. This is a winged ant, so you can see those two large clear plastic pieces that make up the wings. Here we have the head of the ant. You can see here it's got a nice curved design, and you do see those clear yellow pieces to represent the eyes. It does have these jaw pieces on either side that can be posed and even closed all the way, so you can hold a minifigure with that. I also like that it's on one of those Mixel's ball joints, so it has a quite large range of motion. The ant features 6 long legs in a dark brown color. I really like the way that they use those Technic pieces to get them offset at the right sort of angles. And at the back we can see the posterior of the ant. This is a large blue section with these angled and curved pieces to provide shaping. We also get a good look at all of the set's colors, which include this dark blue, a bright pink, and this dark red. The back side of the ant can also be posed at multiple angles on a ratcheting joint. The main body of the ant features similar coloring, as well as some more curved and angled pieces to provide shaping. There also is a section on top to place the minifigure of either Ant-Man. And here you can see what it looks like with our Ant-Man Scott Lang riding the ant. The wings are large sheets of plastic that are sandwiched between these Technic connections. You can see that there are these clear circular pieces on the outside, and it has a very strong connection to these two ball joints. Just as with most parts of the set, the wings can be posed at individual angles. And here we have everything back together for some final thoughts. This little $20 set packs a punch. I really, really enjoyed it. I think the build is quite modest. There's not too many pieces to it, but the large impressive wingspan does make this set stand out. I really enjoy all the cheeky references with the small Lego parts and the small nails. It really puts us into this micro world, and we can kind of imagine what it would be like if Ant-Man shrunk down to this size. The best part about this set is, of course, the minifigures. These 3 exclusive figures are the only ones from the Ant-Man movie, and it's probably the only ones that you'd want. I love that we get all 3 in this set. They're super detailed, and they're a great addition to my collection. But those are my thoughts about the set, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. What I want to know is, would you guys want to have a second Ant-Man set? Obviously, this is the only one we're getting, but do you think that you would have bought it if they would have come out with more from the movie? Leave a comment down below to let me know. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to give us a thumbs up down below, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming Marvel reviews, including more this summer. Hey guys, Michael here. Did you miss our review of the LEGO Store exclusive Winter Soldier minifigure? Click on the video to watch it, and don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos.